And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk program. Got a great show lined up because I'm going to show you how exchanges are all coming together with banks. We have 100 exchanges when I first started. In the end, we'll have 10. I've been telling you that for like 5 years now. I said, when we get close to all this stuff going down, you got to start chopping away at the competition. You can't have competition, right? So when I first got into crypto, as an example, I use the phrase, we all have about 100 exchanges to choose to buy crypto from. But as time draws near, you'll have 10. Now, we're still in the process. We're not rich tomorrow, obviously. What I wanted to show you today is that what I've been telling you for 5 years is now the puzzle pieces are starting to move real quick. They're putting the puzzle together real fast now. I'm watching this. Every day, the news that now I get to choose from, like, there's so much. I could do 2-hour shows. I can't obviously keep that pace going, but like literally there's that much news where I could make video 4 hours a day. And it's good and it's bad. Be careful what you wish for because when this thing takes off, we're priced out. Crypto Hulk show's probably over. That's how this thing goes. I mean, what are we going to talk about? It's already done. The cryptos, bam, they take off. Everything's $500 a piece, $1,000, like what? Now it's over. I mean, you're going to get what? You're going to be able to buy one XRP every 6 months or something. Like, really? Like, there's no point in that. Like, my show's done. My show is to prepare you, to show you the evidence. And however you get this crypto, a loan or you sell something off to get the crypto, it's not going to be around. We're not doing this show. I hope to God we're not here 5 years from now. I'll be like, damn, man, I'm doing this show for like 10 years. Man, that would be messed up. Gerald Jelks is like, I want 10,000 for one. You know, I know, but just what I'm saying is that when this all takes off, people are going to look back and like, damn, those Crypto Hulk channel, like they were there from like 5 years, 6, 7 years. I hope it don't take 7 years. But it's like they had a show. People would show up. You talk about, oh, man, XRP's at $2. One day it'll be at 1,000. It'll be maybe at 10,000 or something like that. Hey, they can burn up the escrow. Didn't Stellar do that? Yep. All the Stellar. There's only like 50 billion Stellar now. Stellar used to be 100. What if they do the same to Ripple? Oh, man. You know what that would do? All the people say, oh, there's so many XRPs floating around. What if they burned up half? Now there's 50 left on the planet. Let's say 50 billion. And Ripple, I think, has got control of 10 billion or 15. So it drops it down to 40 billion. Oh. You never know how this thing can go. Look, I got my stuff on Caleb and Brown with Fire Blocks. So I got that part covered as far as people out there hacking and stuff. And I'm trying to each month, I get my allowance. I'll tell you what cryptos I'm going to get. And when that day comes, I don't know when it'll happen. All of a sudden, look, you can't plan it. You are not look, don't do this. Please don't be dumb. Don't think that, oh, I know when this will happen, so I'm going to sell out of this crypto and then go buy that. You're not that smart. I'm not. These people are running shit. I already told you, they got dark pools. You know what that is? Is when they buy shit and it doesn't show up in the order books. When they sell shit, it doesn't show up. That's how all this stuff's done. These whales can come in where the prices are, let's say XRP is at $2.10 or whatever. They can come in, buy a boatload. Maybe Ripple has these arrangements. I'm sure they do. Stellar did with Jed McCaleb and Mt. Gox and stuff. They had special dark pool order books. Stellar came from Jed McCaleb. And guess who helped make Ripple? Oh, shit, Jed McCaleb. Yeah. You think he had dark pools from Mt. Gox before you think he didn't do that with Ripple? Of course he did. Look, and even like the people in the stock market, they tell us there's ways that stock people can buy shit and it doesn't show up right away. So I don't go according to I don't know what the real price is. I don't care. You know what? We look at real world use case. I show you the evidence. How Ripple and all this Ripple Russia and all this stuff. That's why my show is the most heavily shadowed crypto show. It's the most heavily shadow banned crypto show. I'm going to show you today how Russia got hooked up with Ripple in 2014. Look, this whole Ripple thing, it's the government. And these people that have crypto channels, and I won't mention names, but they host events or they have events where, it's a party. Let's all get together and be part of the XRP family and all that dumb shit, okay? These people are so fucking stupid. Freedom Rings, thank you very much. That's a positive test. Bill Quackenbush, thank you very much there, buddy. Appreciate that. Keeps the channel going. YouTube doesn't get shit from it. That's the way I like it. I'm drinking a ghost drink. And is it the lemonade? I think it's a lemonade, something like that. The ghosts have great flavor. Okay, let's get this thing going. Let's help the algorithm of the channel on every top chat. Put something, a happy face, anything. After the show, do the same thing. Save this show to your favorites. Share this program with yourself or other people. And make a playlist of maybe 8 videos and let them rip. Now, if you have to answer the phone because it's ringing and you want to mute the channel, use your keyboard. Do not use the YT platform and hit that mute button. That alerts YT that you're manipulating the algorithm. That's wrong. Don't ever do that. I want you to sit there and watch every single show, okay? And that's faux show. All right, let's get into this right here, Falcon X. I want you to see how all this is going down, everybody. Exchanges are disappearing. They're joining these companies are conglomerating. They're conglomerates. Crypto platform Falcon X partners with Standard Chartered. Now this is really huge. Okay, this is massive right here. You've got a crypto platform hooking up. Now Standard Chartered is like one of those banks, like it's respectable. It's tied in with the government. It's serious weight behind Standard Chartered. It's like one of the top 20 banks in the world. I don't know if they're top 10, but they're serious business. The Standard Chartered, they're like old, let's use the term old money. They're in with the old money, even though they might not have been around since 1860s and stuff. Hong Kong. Now, Standard Chartered's a Ripple partner. They have been from close to day one. I would say year number 2. Standard Chartered is so into Ripple, it's unbelievable, okay? Standard Chartered is one of the chosen ones. Let's do that. Early Ripple partner. All the early Ripple partners, they're the chosen ones. Now, whether they succeed or fail is another thing, but at least they're given the golden touch or whatever you want to call it. They're blessed. They have the blessing of the 5 most powerful families in the world. Standard Chartered Ripple partner from 2016. I want you to see all this. Hong Kong. I'll show you later. Ripple Hong Kong. This article's out of Hong Kong, which is a Ripple partner, the government and all that. Crypto prime broker Falcon X and global bank Standard Chartered on Wednesday. They had formed a strategic partnership to serve institutional crypto investors. Oh my God, you guys. We have Standard Chartered, that's a bank. And they hook up with a crypto platform. Guess what? This is what I'm saying. You have 100 places to buy crypto. In the end, you'll have 10. So all starting to look at Crypto Hulk. You're showing us every day how all this stuff is, all of our choices for buying crypto are shrinking. Told you 5 years ago, I already knew this shit would happen. These people are fucking criminals. I already know how this goes. You think they're going to give you a choice of 100 exchanges to buy? That's competition, man. They want to get rid of all the competition. Now, when you buy a crypto, we got a surcharge here for you. You got to pay X amount of dollars. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. Nobody works for free. I just want to let you know. The partnership marks Falcon X's first collaboration with a global traditional bank and suggests growing institutional demand for crypto through traditional finance channels. This, I got to break this down so you get it again. I might even have to say it again. What we got going on, Standard Chartered is like traditional finance. It's respected, it's trusted, it has a name, it has a history. People want to deal with Standard Chartered. Maybe they don't want to deal with the Falcon X, okay? They don't want to deal with that. What the fuck? I've never even really heard of Falcon X. See what I'm saying? Standard Chartered, business people know that name. That's a name that you can trust. If you want to get institutional money, that's what this whole thing's about. Not people like you and me. We're retail. We're broke people, okay? Institutional customers. Whoa, man. Yeah, Crypto Hulk, that's millions. Institutions are getting in. I'm showing you this right now. It's not you and me with our little $20 every 2 weeks from our paycheck. Us broke motherfuckers. No. Price will go up when we have global crypto regulations. Everybody in the world's got to be playing the same game. Same rules. Got it? Then tokenization. You have to tokenize that crypto. The Bitcoin shit, no, that shit ain't going to work in the future. No one's going to want that shit. I'm just telling you. Blue Falcon. So you got Falcon X for the first time collaborated, and they're working with a traditional bank. There's growing institutional demand. You guys, I just want you to see this. Growing institutional demand. That's not for you. See? I'm showing you what's going to happen. All the good shit. I told you this 5 years ago. All the good shit's going to be locked up away from the children. And, I had a house party once before I moved out of California. I don't even want to talk about it. You got to keep the good stuff out of the children's hands. Okay? This is what's going to happen. Right now, you have the ability to buy any crypto you want for cheap. A $20 Quant or something, or $40 Quant. Wait till that shit's $500,000. All these good cryptos right now are cheap. The dumb shit's expensive. Those are the distractions, okay? The distractions. You keep the good liquor. Yeah, that's what I did. All my expensive shit, I kept that in the bedroom and locked it up. And I don't keep cheap shit in the house. but I don't keep the really expensive stuff for the guests. A couple of the guests, I did say, hey, come over here. I got something you want to see. And I bust out with the Macallan 15 or something, or not a Macallan 18. You got to be really, really high up on the Crypto Hulk friends list to get a shot of Macallan 18 in this house. I'll tell you, like $400 a bottle or something. Ooh, yeah. So we're looking right here. Luke Boland. His last name is Boland. Luke Boland, Asia head of fintech at Standard Chartered, said what? The bank's collaboration with Falcon X would begin in Singapore. Now stop. We got an article out of Hong Kong, which is a Ripple partner. This Falcon X with Standard Chartered starts in Singapore. They're a massive Ripple partner from day one, everybody. This whole thing is Ripple. I'm just letting you know, okay? Let's go to the next slide. Here's your evidence for brand new people. Standard Chartered is a Ripple partner. They're in crypto already. They got custody. See, they got Falcon X, right? They're working with Falcon X. Standard Chartered is, because Standard Chartered has crypto custody. It's Ripple. Ripple is their standard custody. They're Standard Chartered right here. Standard Chartered backed Zodia Custody. So Standard Chartered has a division called Zodia Custody. Where does Zodia Custody, where do they get their protection from? Ripple owned Medico, global crypto storage network. Oh, damn. Now, where did Ripple get the Medico from? The Germans. Oh, and that whole Germany connection. There's your article for that. Let's take this back to 2016. Let me show you this. 2016 is when the marriage between Standard Chartered and Ripple began. Ripple is a brand new company. Let me show you something here. 2016. This is on Standard Chartered's page at sc.com. Standard Chartered completes strategic investment in Ripple 2016. Damn, Crypto Hulk, they were like basically a startup at that point. Yeah. And this big old company comes in working with them, just like Russia and China in 2014. Oh, see what I'm saying? These other channels have no idea how deep this goes. All these other channels do is they just read the headlines of the news. They have no fucking clue. Now, I'm looking at the 2014 Ripple customer list that no other channel has. It's a true pleasure to look over this Ripple customer list. I love it. One of the things I have highlighted here is the Ripple Singapore wallet. It shows, I could go in there and look, but I'm going to move on. I'm looking at Ripple Singapore here. This webpage is 2015, Ripple Singapore, gold and silver in your wallet. I can't share this page with you because then the whole internet would have it and I wouldn't get any credit at all for it. But we got a Ripple Singapore gold and silver in your wallet. They have a wallet where you could actually download to your computer. Imagine that. They had all this ready. You can buy gold, silver, platinum, bullion, keep it at a safe house in Singapore. They have a debit card right here. It came out in 2015. Oh, dang. Look, all these crypto credit cards and all this, how it's all set up, and Ripple Singapore did it all. Standard Chartered was there pretty much from day one. All this stuff's planned out. You have a crypto exchange, gold, silver, fiat. Ripple can hold your gold for you. In Singapore, think about it. Why not in America? There's something going on with that. Here's a show that I did on Hong Kong. Hong Kong! I want you to see how Hong Kong was a Ripple partner all the way back in 2014. Go to the 20-second mark. 20-second mark. What do you see here? Ripple Hong Kong 2014. Largest Ripple gateway in Hong Kong 11 years ago. Dang, Crypto Hulk, that's amazing. Yep. Now, how did all this start with Standard Chartered and Ripple Hong Kong and all this stuff? Hong Kong! Crypto Hulk, you making fun of the way people from Hong Kong speak? No, I don't make fun. Okay. Ripple did this with all these countries. Go to this video, like the 1 or 2 second mark. It's called the International Ripple Business Association. If you go to the 4 second mark, you'll see that this is July 2015. If you go to the 12 second mark, you'll see what the hell is this? This IRBA, what is it? Gateways. Now, this is important. What I'm showing you is Ripple already had all this done 11, 12 years ago. Like when they first came out. Imagine. Wait, do you know how long it takes when a startup comes out to... Gateways are the on-ramps to the Ripple network. They give users the ability to move assets like fiat, cryptocurrencies, gold, silver, etc. And I'll add in there commodities and securities. I want you to see this. In the future, I'm going to come out with something and tell you right now. Like I told you about the automated market makers that Ripple has about 3 years ago. Before Ripple came out with the AMM, the XLS20 or whatever the fuck it was, I was telling you about the automated market makers before Ripple even released that information. Now I'm going to release this before Ripple even releases it. Ripple has a crypto exchange. I've been telling you this for 3 years now. Ripple already has a crypto exchange, gold, silver, fiat, securities, commodities. In my other videos with Ripple Singapore, it shows that the gateway conceptually can handle commodity securities. What's going to happen in the future, I'm going to tell you right now before Ripple announces it, okay? Ripple already has, I'm telling you right now, years before Ripple even announces it, and I've been showing you this already, Ripple has the ability for me to have, let's say, IBM stock. I can go to a Porsche dealer, go into my account, buy that Porsche, and the Ripple Liquidity Hub tech. Now, whoever owns it, I don't know who's going to own it, okay? But whoever's going to own the Ripple Liquidity Hub, this technology from 2014 to convert securities, commodities into gold, silver, fiat, crypto, whatever, I will walk into a Porsche dealership, have IBM stock, and go buy a Porsche because it'll convert it into whatever form that Porsche dealership wants. Maybe I have stock in IBM, but to buy that Porsche, that dealership says we want a certain amount of shares of the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. Whoa. Maybe they don't want cash. Maybe they don't want money. Maybe they want that converted. And you will see the Golden Gate Bridge of San Francisco. I've been telling you guys this for 5 years. You're going to have everything tokenized. California is going to tokenize the Golden Gate Bridge, and you can buy a portion of that. And that'll count as money. And they could have a stable coin based on the Bay Bridge, whatever it is, stuff like that. But you can see right here, That shows you. Now go to the 36-second mark. 36-second mark. You see a business in Hong Kong. It's called Lamb and Cooper. They have loyalty tokens. Hong Kong, Lamb and Cooper, 2014, everybody. And that business is still open. Lamb and Cooper is still open. They've already had, they were the test rats. They were the first ones. When Ripple came out 11 years ago, Lamb and Cooper in Hong Kong. I looked them up already. I know they're still open. And they have loyalty crypto. Dang, Crypto Hulk, this shit was already done, just like you said. Yeah. That's why I don't want to go to any function, and I won't mention names because I'm not allowed to do that anymore. Party poopers. But I don't like going to a function where thousands of people have no fucking clue what they're doing. It's truly sad. I'm showing you all this evidence right here. All this was already done. All the automated market makers, the Ripple Liquidity Hub, the gold, the silver, the platinum, the storing of gold in Singapore with the government and the Chinese and the Russian, like it's all planned out, everybody. They already have this information. It's just you got to get the whole world to hook up. It's slavery. And I hate to, well, damn, Crypto Hulk. Look, I'm not here to just be your cheerleader. I'm not your fucking cheerleader. Now, if you want to go be a cheerleader at some kind of Ripple event, go for it, okay? I'm here just to show you the facts. I'm here to show you information that I found out that no other channel has. Plan accordingly. I want you to get in your head so you already know crypto is the end of humanity as we know it, okay? This is how a particular person will end up controlling the entire world. Cryptocurrency makes that easy. They're going to get rid of all the cash eventually. So imagine you're living out on a farm or you're living someplace out in the middle of Africa somewhere, and you normally have money that you trade with. All that'll be gone. And you'll have to use your phone because there'll be satellites. There'll be drones flying around. Facial ID. Everybody's going to be facially ID'd. I'm just letting you know. I'm not saying I want this. I don't. I'd rather let's just live the world as it is without all the crypto. At least we got some kind of freedom. Oh, when this crypto kicks in, you will have no freedom at all. And then the government spies on you think they're spying on you now? It's going to be so much better as the future goes on. Oh, man. AJ Singh. Thank you very much, AJ, for that. Let's go to our next article here. Oh, man, we got a conspiracy here next. Well, my whole show is a conspiracy. I'm going to show you something with Trump. Okay. What we got going on? I don't know if you've noticed, but like in the past week, Trump's like hooked up the whole entire world. It's truly amazing. Joe Biden was brain dead for 4 years. I totally believe that. Michelle. What does Michelle have to say? Thank you, Hulk, for always showing up and sharing unmatched and priceless information. We appreciate you. I love it. Okay. Here you go. Here's my conspiracy mixed with reality. Okay. Now, Trump, in my opinion, is the person putting all this together. You got Syria, and for what I know, I guess we've been on the ends with them. Like things haven't been good. Okay, all of a sudden, what I'm seeing now is Trump's coming in and everything's starting to work. That's just the easiest way to say it. I like how things are happening. I look at other countries. We got Syria, who I guess used to be our enemy or something like that. Or I'm not a world politics person. I don't know who's buddies with who, and I really don't care. All I just want to make money off this. That's the only thing. I'm just basically about making the money. I don't fucking care how you do it. Just get it done, right? I think everybody's about the same. We all got our own lives, our own friends, our jobs, our bills to pay, our own problems. We just want somebody else who's going to fix the other shit that we don't have to deal with. You know, Syria plans to have money printed, and now it's allegedly by Germany and the United Arab Emirates. See, before Russia would hook up Syria, Syria's been in a state of fighting ever since they get with Russia and stuff. Trump is coming in and like, you know what? Can we have some peace? Now, I'll tell you what. I'm going to get a little conspiratorial here on the religious end. So for all the people that are religious, you kind of know where I'm going to go when I talk about this. There will come a point, and I don't know when that point will be. I'm not going to mention any specific religion. I'm not promoting nothing right now. There will be wars and rumors of wars. And we will get really, really, really close to a war. And there will be a guy that's going to come out of Europe and just kind of artificially fix all the problems. This is how we know we're in trouble. And when one country almost jumps off, or maybe they drop something like a boom, boom, pow, but this person who's going to like help the world and be like the quote peacemaker is going to come in and temporarily fix all the problems. And the person will be like, and the world will be like, wow, look at this person. He's so good at helping countries solve their problems. Now, I'm not saying Trump is that man. Oh, shoot, Crypto Hulk. That's an interesting. But all of a sudden, you got somebody, the president, who's going around fixing all kinds of world problems. Kind of makes me wonder. Okay. Now, I just want you to see that and to be aware that when we're close to getting to like a world war or whatever, and then you got this guy that comes out and starts fixing all these problems somehow. That's the one I want you to watch for, because that's the one you should be afraid of, okay? There will be a false peace, but I'm going to move on from that. And those that know, you guys know what I'm talking about. ED Entertainment, Crypto Hulk, the General, thank you for it all. So what I'm seeing here is Trump coming in between Russia and Syria, taking control of a situation, having Germany print the money for Syria to get the region under control, kind of kick Russia back a little bit, but you got to be polite to Russia somehow, so you got to give them something. You got to give Syria something. You got to give Russia something. There's major deals. Now, Trump is a major deal maker. I'm not saying that's good. I'm not saying that's bad. Now, why all of a sudden is Germany coming into this and money printing? Let's look in the article right here. This, I'm telling you what, oh my God. This is getting massive real quick. Go to the bottom of the article. Go to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 paragraphs. Okay, we're going to get into a company called Gisek and Devrent. I've been the only person, Crypto Hulk, damn, dude, like you come up with this shit before everybody. You know, I'll tell you what, like, I'm shown information. God shows me stuff, not everything, but I firmly believe that my higher power, the universe, I call it God, Jesus, whatever, shows me information because I'm freely given this information. I freely pass it on to other people. My shows are free. The donations are donations. It's not required. I have to help. This is my commandment, that you love one another, that your joy may be full. So I believe in the fact that I'm supposed to help one another. I'm supposed to help show my fellow human being what I know, because I was shown this information for free. And that's the deal that I kind of got. So how can I make money off it? Ask for a donation. It's not required. 90% of my shows are free. And what I ask is, if you have some kind of means or whatever, donate, give somebody a membership. And to those that are super broke, that maybe all you got is $5 a month and you got to buy crypto with that, I'm not trying to take your money. I'm trying to show you how to make money, not take it. I'm trying to be part of your solution, not part of your current money problem. Now, I will be part of your current money solution in the future, but it's not right now. So with that, in Germany, state-backed firm Bundesstraße and private company Second Rent have shown interest. A Syrian source and a European official said, but it's not clear which might print the currency. A bank spokesperson said it was not in talks for a currency printing deal with the Syrian state. Second Rent declined to comment. Stop right there, and I'll repeat it here in a second. What we got going on is Russia, who's a partner of Ripple, Germany. We're dealing with Germany. I already showed nobody else has been I've been showing this Second Rent stuff for about the past year. I've been showing you about Second Rent, who sold, they sold Ripple Medico. Second Rent has been around since like 1850 something. They have been involved in the banking industry. They pretty much help run the banks of the entire world. You see who's getting involved? Trump's involved in this. I mean, like, none of this shit's a coincidence, okay? Now we're going into full conspiracy mode here on Crypto Hulk Show. I hope you're happy. So Trump somehow avoids being sued, being pow, and all these things multiple times. He makes it to the top. We've got the Saudi Arabians practically calling him their president. MC Prosperity. Thank you, Hulk, for everything you're doing. You're an amazing teacher and deep diver with your information. Excellent job. Thank you very much for that. That's what I try to do, provide a free show to where the poorest of the poor. We don't go into no private group on this show because then the poor people can't figure out how to come up. This show, if you're new, is based on I help poor people have all the information that would cost thousands. My show provides the best deep dive information where the poorest of the poor person can learn everything, just like the fucking rich. The rich people on my show learn nothing different than the poor. There is no respecter of persons on my program. The poorest of the poor has the same ability as the richest of the rich to learn on my channel. That's how my stuff is set up. What I ask is, if you have some kind of means, give somebody a membership, donate $5, whatever it might be. If you don't have nothing, put stuff in the top chat, share the program, make the playlist. If we all kind of work together, we all end up winning. Okay. So what I'm showing you here, this is so massive right here. Here is Second Rent. I've only gone over this about 1,000 times on my show. These people are the Germans that sold Ripple Medico in 2014. Look what happened. Ripple had a bank. Well, let's take a look at it right here. We're talking about the German bank company, Giesecke & Devrient. And look right here in 2014, Ripple's. I want you to see the conspiracy here. I just sent you this article. Ripple Labs announces Fedor Bank AG as the first bank in the world. The first bank in the world to use the Ripple protocol, a German bank. Now, the origins of this German bank, I can't talk about. In my opinion, Fedor Bank came out of the German government. Can't talk about it. I have research now, but let's move on. So we got Fedor Bank, Ripple's first bank in the world to use the Ripple technology. Now, it's also interesting, also in 2014, Ripple hired a German defense minister. Ripple hires a German defense minister. You got to laugh. I mean, I'm telling you guys, it's true. I got the articles right here. Former German defense minister joins Ripple Labs advisory board. His name is Karl Theodor zu Gutenberg. Let me ask you a question. What's going on with Ripple in Germany? Is there something in Germany that is tied to Ripple? I mean, you got David Schwartz, Evan Schwartz, Rebecca Schwartz, Stefan Thomas. These are all like German type names. You've got Ripple's first bank in the world's a German bank. And that same year, they hire a German military defense minister that used to run England. Like, how do you do that as a startup, right? A startup? How is that possible? How is it possible that 6 years after that, Ripple would buy a custody for crypto solution from the German bank? There's something going on, everybody. Somebody very, very, very high up in power that controls the world is either living in Germany or they operate out of Germany. That's all I'm going to say on that. I like my channel and I love YouTube. Robert Driscoll, thank you very much. Paying it forward. Thanks, Hulk. So you got Trump working with Russia, Syria, and Russia's going to stop printing Syrians' money for them. And now it's this German Ripple company that's going to start doing it. What are the odds of that? Now, let's look up on Wikipedia. I'm the only person on the internet who's been showing you guys this for at least a year. Probably goes back like 2 years. I've been telling you about this Giesecke & Devrient. Here it is right here. Wikipedia, Giesecke & Devrient. If you're driving or if you're juggling sharp knives right now and you can't grab your phone, it's Giesecke. Giesecke, and then the plus sign, it's just how they have it, and then Devrient, Devrient. Who are they? They were founded in 1852. Oh, damn. Now, this isn't too much earlier than BNY Mellon. America's oldest bank, BNY Mellon, I think 1870-something. So this Giesecke & Devrient is not too far away from BNY Mellon, was a Ripple partner and a Fireblocks. The sponsor of my channel, Caleb Brown, uses Fireblocks. Yeah, that's who BNY Mellon uses also. 1852. Now, they make banknotes. They started off making banknotes, money. ID cards, stuff, everything to do with banking, passports, stuff like that. Now, if you scroll down to where it says expansion of business activities and restructuring, go down to where it says in 2020, G+D acquired stakes in the crypto asset company Medico. Oh, and guess what? Ripple buys Medico in I can't remember, 2022 or something. But it all goes back. Now we got the Russians involved in this with Syria because Russia is the one that was printing the money for Syria. Well, let's look here on my program, what no other channel has. Here's a Russian video I made. Go to the 45-second mark. What do you see? Well, I see the Ripple logo and it says Ripple Russia. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. In that video, you'll see something about Z-Payment. Z-Payment is a cryptocurrency network starting in 2007. That is 2 years before Bitcoin even came out. Oh, what? Z-Payment. No other channel has information like this except Crypto Hulk. So we got Z-Payment was a internal system in Russia where they would send money. It's cryptocurrency. Now, if you go right here, let me show you what I got. Z-Payment is the Russian system, and they hooked up with Ripple, everybody. Jeff D. Gamma Goat, thank you very much. He has the FUYT fund. That's very appropriate for this channel. I approve of that. Eric Goldsmith, thank you very much for the tax-free from good old Eric Goldsmith. Okay, Z-Payment. You're going to love this one right here. Z-Payment is a payment and acceptance system. It started in 2007. It's crypto. But something very interesting happened in Russia in 2014, January 9th. Look here under the news section on the left side of the page. It mentions a Ripple gateway. Well, how do we know it's XRP, Crypto Hulk? Because if you read in here, it talks about XRP. Oh, shit. Now, what is this, Crypto Hulk? Okay, let me break it down for you. Russia has a payment system. It's called Z-Payment. And it's a crypto system. And in 2014, Ripple hooked up with Russia with the XRP. It says it right there. Well, Crypto Hulk, isn't that like a security violation? Yeah, it is, unless Ripple's the government. Have you ever heard that on any other channel? Have you ever seen this evidence on any other channel? Nope, just yours, Crypto Hulk. That's why I like watching your show, because you just know exactly what's going on. Okay. And that is that set of articles. I just showed you how we got Trump involved. Look, this shit's not a coincidence. I think it's all a coordinated event. I got enough evidence to kind of show. What's interesting is just second event have been printing money for a couple hundred years, almost a couple hundred years. Yeah, like 180 years. They've been printing money. Now they give Ripple the custody platform, and now who's printing the money? Well, Ripple already printed it out. It's called XRP. Very interesting how all this happened. My question is this. How did, now think about this one. This is something that's very interesting. One of you guys should ask this question. So, Crypto Hulk, wait a second. Ripples comes out of nowhere, and in 2014, they hit the scene. Well, 2013. they hit the scene. But in 2014, they hire a German defense minister. Yeah. And then they hook up with a bank that's an internet type bank from Germany that came out of the government. Now, that's not, I can't really say that right now, but it's true. This Fedor bank hooks up with Ripple. 6 years later, this German company sells Ripple Medico. Let me ask you a question. Where'd they get it from? Oh, where the fuck did just second of rent? How do they come up with the Ripple custody? See what I'm saying? Like, they're a banking company, right? They bought, now if we read it, they bought it from a Swiss company. So then the answer then would be, well, then where'd the Swiss company get it? I kind of have an idea. But I want you to think of this, though. Ripple has Medico, right? Okay, they bought it from just second of rent. Some people would ask, well, where did just second of rent come up with all this technology? Well, maybe they bought it from the Swiss. And that's all kind of. So where did that Swiss company make it from? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You ever hear this on any other channel? No, these people have no fucking clue. They don't. That's what I'm here for. To show you things no other channel's heard or talked about. And we can sit around and laugh and giggle because we know all this stuff. This Swiss company, Ron Weber, I don't have much time on this planet with Hulk's help. I only wanted to pass through or enough to make my family survive. Thanks, Hulk. What I'm showing you here right now, I don't have all the answers. Hold on a minute. Let me try something. Okay. There's a lot of Nicholas. Okay, if somebody wants to there's a guy named Nicholas who invented Medico. I think we might have, this channel might start glitching. I don't know. Outschool crypto. I get commercials during your live, but not others. YT sucks barely of D'Souza. Thank you, Hulk, for letting me know and into Bitcoin 2.0. I'm going to look something up. So I looked up who invented Medico, and it's a guy named Nicholas Dorier. I think the next person to investigate this is the guy. Nicholas Dorier invented Medico. I want to know who the hell this guy is, because he's like a ghost. That would be somebody. I don't have time to study this right now. That would be a deep dive and probably get a channel shut down. I'm kind of seeing that right now. At least for now, I'm going to stop on this. You've got Ripple, which we know is all kinds of government. They got this Medico thing from a German company who got it from a Swiss company. How does Ripple, with this breaking technology, get their custody solution from somebody else? This somebody else must have had the same kind of technology. Where'd they both get it from? See what I'm saying? The questions I'm answering or I'm asking. Very interesting. If Ripple has this brand new groundbreaking technology, how did the Swiss guy, I don't even know if he's Swiss, how did the Swiss guy come up with a custody solution that interacts seamlessly with Ripple? That doesn't make sense. So if Ripple truly has this unique that nobody has technology, how'd this motherfucker come up with Medico that works with Ripple? This isn't adding up. This is what I'm showing you on the Crypto Hawk Show. Sometimes I'll allow myself to deep dive something just a little, because if I deep dive this fucking thing, I'm coming up. They're going to shut the program off. I already know. Already, this is something I probably am not going to touch. Okay, just in the few 5 to 10 minutes, about 5 minutes that I spent fucking around trying to type and look into the, I'm already finding some stuff that's very, very suspect. We have a mystery person. and when you see a lone individual, here's how it works. When you see a no-name person coming up with a revolutionary technology, and there's nothing on this person, that's 3-letter agency right there. That's because if I type them in, and it's Crypto Hulk again. We're back. Looks like YT thought I was doing a little too deep of the dive, and they had to cut the channel off. So I'm going to kind of take that as my cue to stop right there. I think you kind of know where this is going. This whole thing with Medico and who invented it and everything is going into the no zone. That's where Crypto Hulk kind of has to back up a little bit and be like, I got it. Okay, I can't talk about it anymore. They're going to shut the channel off. So, yeah. Where are we at? 58 minutes? Okay, that's good enough before the channel gets shut off. I'm not going to go into any more articles. We're at about the 1 hour mark. I think I've shown you enough. That's just how I work. I start asking questions. I start just thinking outside the box. Well, why if this, that, and the other, then why that? That doesn't make sense. Usually from working in law enforcement most of my career, when shit doesn't make sense, that's where you start looking. Because everything usually has an order. Everything is set in a certain way. But when something's all kind of not making sense, that's how you know where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay. Now, if some of you want to look up that dude on his own, it's fine. I'm probably not going to report on it. I might do it on another channel, like on one of my other social medias, I could make or show a video, just the YouTube things. They really have an axe to grind with Crypto Hulk. So, but yeah, it's not making any sense. There's something going on. There's some kind of connection. And I told you already, France, the control of the Ripple ledger, the XRPL Foundation, that's in control of the French government now. The XRP ledger, which comes out of America and all that shit, is now under control of the French. Have you heard Ripple talk about this extensively and explain it? No. The control of the XRP ledger foundation is in France. The Paris Court of Appeals now has control over it. Why not in America? Does it have something to do with one of the top 5 families in the world, CryptoHawk? Yeah. Germany's another one of those top 5 rich families in the world. I've already shown the connections to Germany. It's insane. So now we got France and Germany. I'm going to add Switzerland in there because we all know that. This whole Medico thing, this came out of Switzerland. So now we got 3 of the 5 families that I said. You know, and maybe there's like 3 to 7. I don't know exact numbers. I'm just kind of saying. I know we got a United States and then a Russian and Chinese. So we probably talk about 6 people. Something like that. 6 families, maybe. Somewhere around in there. But okay, that's enough. If I say any more, they're probably going to unplug the channel like they already done once to me. I'll see y'all. Oh, I won't be making a PM show. I'm going to Sacramento today. It's going to take me about 2 hours from Reno. And I won't have time. By the time I get back tonight, I'll be putting together a show for Sunday morning. So there'll be no PM show tonight. You have enough conspiracy. I've said enough today. If I say any more, I'm sure they're going to definitely take the program, my channel off the platform. So I'm going to be cool tonight and lay low. But I'll be back home about 6 or so PM and maybe 7, work on a show and have it lined up. Tonight at about, right now it's 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Pacific time. Saturday, May 17th, I should have the show and the little short videos I make maybe around 8 to 9 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. I should have them posted by then. And then you'll be able to kind of see what's on the show for tomorrow morning, Sunday, the 18th. Other than that, and it'll probably be about 7 a.m. as well. Until then, I'll see everybody tomorrow.